What's up, y'all? It's your girl NGD, and you are tuned into Black in the Day by AD, where we celebrate our dopeness 24/7, 365. What's up, y'all? It's your girl NGD, and you are tuned into another episode of Black in the Day by AD. Today, we have a very special guest, TonyJr.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming on.
No problem.
So he's an artist,
Business owner,
Yeah.
Ambassador for Jesus. We all that, you know what I'm saying? I'm just messing with you.
I feel that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I know you. I first got introduced to you like in singing.
Mm-hmm.
When you collaborated on Dirt and Nate's project.
Yeah. Dope dudes to work with. It was a fun little project, actually.
And Tell Me is actually one of my favorites on there.
Really?
Yeah.
Quiet as kept.
Yeah.
Even though we're on podcast, that's like I don't hate it, but it's just like, bro, like on my part, I don't like it. I don't like it at all. Well, my part, Nate G did his thing, Dirt did their thing, but my part, I was like, bro, I could have did so much better.
I liked it. It was like it all came together. It had a '90s feel, like.
I feel that.
Yeah.
I feel that.
Yeah, I love that. So,
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, since you like it, I like it. Then.
Okay.
You like it, I love it.
So, do you have any like solo projects coming up, or like?
Oh man, coming up, yes, I do have a song dropping in the fall. Can't say exactly when. Currently, I do have 3 projects out, about 5 singles, 3 of which actually got picked up by a TV show on Amazon Prime.
Tight.
So yeah, God been blessing. My first project is called Children of the Mothership. It's a little 8-song project, kind of like introducing me and my style of music. Like, I don't know if Nate G's ever told you, but like, yeah, I call my style of music Triple D Funk because like I'm a brother from Dallas who makes some funky ass music. But P Funk is like my favorite type of music, like George Clinton and Parliament, and then G Funk, Snoop and Nate Dogg, like my dudes. So yeah, I'm like the whole culmination. Yeah.
I like that.
Like, what did Snoop say? I think he said, every genre has a forefather, and then it has another generation to take it to the next level. So, G Funk was the extension of P Funk, Triple D Funk is an extension of the both.
Okay. I'm here for it.
Oh yeah, it's dope.
So, what show picked up your music?
It's
I'm
actually
paying for Amazon, so
it's actually a Dallas-based show. It's called Washed. Washed is actually a really good show, so make sure y'all tune in. Matter of fact, their Instagram is like #Washed. I just came up with that. But anyway.
I feel like I seen them like a couple of days ago, like scrolling through Instagram. So check it out.
Yeah, we got picked up about a year ago now. We were on the soundtrack for season 2. And I don't know when that airs specifically because it's still in post-production. But yeah, it's going to be coming out and it's going to be good to like hear my music like on screen. It's going to be weird. I'm like, yo, that's my song. But,
that's dope.
That's what we work for.
That's dope. Congratulations.
Oh, thank you so much. Hey, God is good.
Yeah. So, I know he gave you a rundown of the show.
Oh, yeah.
So we're going to just go ahead and get into, actually, not this week's topics. It's 2 weeks because we took a break last week.
Mm-hmm.
So, July 12th through the 25th.
Okay.
So, we're going to talk about a couple birthdays.
Okay.
Starting with Bill Cosby.
Oh, yeah. Bill.
Yeah. So, he has a birthday July 12th.
I did not know that, actually.
Yeah. He,
Is that a Gemini sign? Is that it? I don't know.
Cancer.
I don't know. I don't be.
Today the first day of Leo, so all of their last is Cancer. All these people about to be Cancer.
Said that. Okay.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
No, you're good. The reason why I brought him up, I know people like have canceled him and everything because the whole ordeal. But I wanted to ask you, like, at what point do we, like, who do you give a pass to, or like, do you think people deserve passes as far as like not getting canceled?
I say it like this: everybody got shit that they don't want aired. The only reason why ours isn't aired is because we ain't famous yet.
Exactly.
Yet. But it's like, how would you want to be, what's the word? It's like, how would you want to be viewed for your flaws. Like, don't get me wrong, everybody got an opinion, but it doesn't necessarily need to be said. Don't get me wrong, you got every right
Yeah.
to voice it. We got freedom of speech or whatever, but it's like that energy you're putting out is gonna be reflected back to you. Like that's like the law of reflection. You know what I'm saying? So if you're putting out that energy in some form or fashion at some point in time, that's gonna come back on you. So like when the whole thing came, people say, oh, it was 50 women, which is a lot. Don't get me wrong. But if you think 50 women out of 6.7 billion people, it's not that much, but it's too many already. Don't get me wrong. So I'm not finna make amends for what he did, but it's like it could be worse.
Yeah.
Don't want it to be worse, but at the same time, it's like, bro, let him do his thing. Cause like before you found out about it, we was watching the Cosby Show like it was nothing. I still watch the Cosby Show, like you know what I'm saying. So you know, go on the Fire Stick, watch the Cosby Show. We want to, you know what I'm saying. So it's just like you want to be like, oh, I can't watch Bill Cosby no more. I'm like, bro, okay, so we found out your dirty laundry. Could we kick it with you?
Exactly.
And then I just leave it at that. Exactly. Or like what Jesus say, when he who without sin cast the first stone, shit, I gotta drop my rocks.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's exactly why I brought that up, because like I have the same sentiments regarding that situation and just anybody's situation pretty much. Like, I'm not gonna lie, R. Kelly was canceled in my mind, but then I broke down and listened to a playlist. I was like, okay, I can't.
In my early
all this music.
In my early sexual days, R. Kelly was on that thing now, but it's like now, it's like so much more music. So it's like, I don't cancel R. Kelly, like my nigga, you twisted on some shit, but it's like, bro, the music, now that we know where the subject matter was coming from, like I can't lie. If you sing to a 13, you remind me of my G, it's like weird. Whoa.
I mean, I try not to think about
it. Yeah, right. Like, so that's kind of hard. That's kind of hard for me now. It is just a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So it's like if you can get past it, like love the music for what it is, like, and then let it be what it is. Like even with Chris Brown and Rihanna, like if you've seen this documentary on Netflix, like when he told the whole story of what happened, if somebody would have grabbed my nuts in a Ferrari, I would have bit your damn arm too. I'm not trying to crash. So it's like, what I'm gonna use? Nigga, like, so like, hey, you in a small combat. Now, no man should ever put his hands on a female. I don't condone that at all. But if you doing some outlandish shit, I can do some self-defense mechanisms that might disable you, but I'm not trying to put hands on you. That you know.
Yeah. But yeah, like I feel the same way. I just feel like sometimes we just need to take unless, like you said, outlandish, unless it was just something crazy, then okay, you're canceled. But like, sometimes we just got to take the art for what it is and separate people's personal life, because when we clock in and out, like, is our employer knowing what we be doing when we're not clocked in or clocked out? Like you said, like our stuff just isn't in the limelight because we ain't shit yet. Like, so how are y'all gonna handle that same situation, that same pressure when all your business is coming out? So I feel like we need to like give people grace, extend people grace that we wouldn't want in that situation.
Now you said something like that kind of stuck out to me. Said because we ain't in the limelight yet. All right, we can bring it down to street level. If you was at Gators on a Wednesday night in Dallas and everybody knew your business, how would you feel?
Embarrassed.
That's a lot of people. Exactly. Or if you going out deep up on a Saturday night, oh, that's TonyJr. You did that. Like, how would you feel?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So it ain't even just on a famous tip. It's just period, bro. Like, words hurt. We ain't gonna lie, bro. Right. Like, sticks and stones may break my bones, but motherfucking words do hurt, bro. Exactly. They don't say words never hurt. Now, if you're in tune with yourself, you can let them roll off, but that still takes a lot of self-assessment, you know, being sure of who you are and all that stuff.
I agree. Okay, so the other birthday we're going to get into is Omar Epps. Mm-hmm. He has a birthday July 20th. Mm-hmm. I want to ask you your opinion on, did you see Fatal Affair on Netflix?
Too many bad reviews. I did not watch it. I heard it was shit. I probably am still, because if I could watch John Henry, that trash ass movie, then yeah, I can watch Fatal Affair.
Exactly. I totally agree with that. But no, it wasn't that bad, and I like love movies. So if it was bad, I'm gonna say it's bad. Like, but
now, let me ask you this: was it not just an updated version between the thin line between love and hate? with Martin and what is Shawty's name? Oh my God, dang, what's her name? Y'all know who I'm talking about because y'all seen the movie. But is it not just an updated version of that?
No.
How is it not?
It's like, okay, so that's pretty much the discussion. Like, plot-wise, it's not the same. Whenever people are saying, like, oh, it's the same movie, in my mind, I'm just like, no, it's not. Because she was a lawyer in this movie. She was a doctor. Like,
Have you seen
genders
the
are
movie
reversed.
Fatal Attraction? That was an older movie that the thin line between love and hate was based off of.
Yeah.
So it's like you got basically 3 movies in the same category. It's just
I mean, yeah, it's the same category. But it's like technically not. I'm the person that's like technically like it's not the same plot. But
I mean, all horror movies is gonna have a person that's gonna kill somebody. And,
nah,
so,
bro.
you know what I'm saying? Like,
yes.
So I mean, that's what you basically saying. But
I ain't saying that. I'm like literally, it's a thin line between love and hate with the roles reversed, and he didn't fuck. And the only reason why he's following her is because he didn't fuck. I saw the trailer, so I'm like.
I ain't seen it.
No, he was crazy. Like, and I don't even want to make an excuse for her because she was on the thin line between love and hate because it was like, I'm not going to take it that far. But she did forewarn him, like, bruh, I don't have time to play games. Like, if you about to play a game, then go ahead and go on. But did he listen? No. He was driving her limo around, picking up bitches and everything else and the stuff that... So now you floating in this pool, I don't know what to tell you. So it's not the same plot, but like...
Okay.
He was just, I don't know why. My mind was blown the whole time I was watching Fatal Affair, though. Because I was just like, they didn't even do anything and he acting crazy. Like, if they did something, it would have been a wrap. Everyone would have been dead.
I don't know, and that's the wild part about it, cause
You
like
gotta watch it.
I know, but I'm thinking like just dudes in general. Like we are what people call hunters, so it's like if she is about to throw it to you, but then don't, it's like oh shit, I really gotta get it now. Now it's like the steps he took to try and get it. Yeah, no, that's a little outlandish. Like you ain't gotta do all that, but we as guys kind of do overstep bounds sometimes. It's like we don't be on no stalker shit, but it's like sometimes you can be too persistent, too overbearing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I've crashed and burned on that before. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like, shit.
That's real.
Oh, yeah.
That is real. But no, like it's not, you gotta check it out. But I did find some plot holes in the thing and things that were just like, okay, but...
If we do a part 2, I'm gonna come back and tell you what I thought.
Okay, yeah.
And I'm gonna fire that whole movie up, bro. 'Cause I already heard it suck.
Yeah, it was like on one part they showed like her cell phone was upside down. And I'm just like,
yo, I heard there was one part.
Why?
Where she goes to like the cop car or something, and like the cop was dead, and he had a gun on him, but she goes to the radio instead of the gun or some shit. And I'm like, yeah, black women would
do you know I was so blown? I was yelling at the TV the whole time because I was just like, some of this shit is just like not. I know it's a movie, but like in real life, the movie would have been over in 30, 45 minutes. Maybe not even that. But
I agree.
I mean, yeah, you should check it out.
I would. For you.
Cool.
Alright.
Okay, so moving into some music, a few albums came out. Was the anniversary of a few albums, starting with Monica's album, her Miss Thing album.
Yeah, just one of them days.
Yeah. That album, I didn't realize it had like all those bops on there.
That's why I love 90s music, bro.
Yeah.
Because it really stands the test of time. Like, you can listen to it and it still resonates today. It's still, like, and now that we're older, you can actually relate to the lyrics now. You're like, oh, bro, that's what you was talking about.
Exactly.
Like, you know what I mean? So, no, it was a great album. Matter of fact, I think, just one of those, or Don't Take It Personal was one of my favorite songs off that album.
I feel that.
Because it's real, bro. Like, it's real as fuck.
Honestly.
So, y'all do be in y'all feelings sometimes. And it don't be for we didn't do nothing. It's just like, hey, don't take it personal. I'm just going through something. Like, thank you. Thank you for telling me.
Yeah.
Instead of just getting mad.
Yeah. No, I completely feel that. That Aries moon is something crucial. But yeah, that was a solid album. I think my favorite song on the album is "Why I Love You So Much." Yeah.
You seem like that would like really get you in your like. I feel like if you was at home with a glass of wine, like you'd be singing it to yourself, like this whole thing.
What do you mean? I do.
See,
Yeah.
Then we okay, cool, yeah.
Yeah. It's
Singing to nobody, or you might have some. I don't know. Wait, I'm just saying, just singing your heart out.
Yeah.
It'd be like that.
The
Sometimes.
whole album.
Oh, the whole
but
thing.
Particularly that song.
Oh, you be doing a concert.
Yeah.
With a hairbrush.
Yeah. No. With the wine glass. Definitely not a hairbrush.
Oh, you sophisticated with yours. Okay.
Yeah. Also, Jodeci's album, the after party after the show, however you say it, that turned 25.
That's the one that had Love You for Life on it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was that one.
So that's your favorite song on the album?
Nah, there was like a scene interlude that I wanted so bad to be a song. Why am I tripping?
Pull up the track list if you'd like me to.
I mean, yeah, you can definitely do that. But Love You for Life was just one of the most memorable ones because that's the one that we all tried to sing when we were younger. Like, especially when you was trying to impress a girl. Oh, man, you was trying to get up there.
And even then, I'm still singing it to this day.
Yeah, Room 454.
Okay.
The ones that that whole was hard. Love You for Life, Good Love was hard. Yeah, bro. This whole album was
solid.
Really though.
I think my favorite on the album was probably a tie, depending on the day or the mood. Either Freaking You or Love You for Life.
Freaking You was on that whole. You're right. Oh my god. Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah,
the
bro.
sad part about it is I remember, like, I think the first time I heard it, or just that I remember listening to it, I had to have been like 5 or 6, and I was going to like this little fair thing in Shreveport, and I remember I was listening to it, singing it so hard, and I'm just like, why did I not get in trouble for singing this?
Because they knew you didn't know what you were singing.
That's the vibe.
Now, if you grew up and evolved into what you were singing, then that's a whole nother story.
Yeah. That could be an issue.
But we ain't gonna talk about that. That's for the off. Anyway.
It could be a whole nother issue.
Yo, I'm right there with you. I'm a whole Scorpio mixed with Sagittarius, bro, so I know.
I feel that.
You don't, bro. What's your sign?
I am a Taurus sun, a Leo rising,
Stubborn as fuck.
and I'm an Aries moon. Yeah, so I'm stubborn all the way around.
And you a Leo, that means you ride for yours, though. And you're fun and energetic. I used to date a Leo.
I can't be.
See,
Sometimes
it's when you're comfortable around the people. That's when you turn up.
Exactly.
Yeah, see, I be knowing a little. But now mine, like, I'm on the cusp. So, like, I'm at the end of Scorpio, the beginning of Sagittarius. My birthday is November 22nd.
Okay.
So it's like on the love making. It's like I'm a freaked out romantic. On the personality side, I'm like a compassionate asshole. So it's like, yeah, bro, it just depends on when you catch me.
Yeah.
You know.
I feel that.
Yeah.
100%.
It's wild. I get called an asshole like at least twice, 3 times a day. It's okay. I'd rather be real with you than be friendly.
Honestly. This is not even waste time. Like,
boom.
Yeah. What energy are we about to have?
Yeah.
Go.
I'm very what you see is what you get.
Yeah.
So, and if I don't pick on you, that means I don't like you. So, take my joking as a compliment.
Yeah. So then the last album we're gonna get into is Missy Elliott's Super Duper Fly album.
All right. Oh, my favorite one out there. I can't stand the rain.
For sure. Same.
In my window. Yeah, like what? That sample. Boom, 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 boom. That, yeah.
Well, how do you even like Timbaland is a genius.
Timbo, he is.
How do you sample that and then turn it into that? And it's just like, how do you?
It's like,
how did you have the ear for that? Or like, what made?
And that's the wild part, cause like I feel like we've always been sampling. Like Jazzy Jeff and Fresh Prince been sampling. Like they sampled the I Dream of Jeannie on Girls Ain't Nothing But Trouble. You know what I'm saying? dun, 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 dun. So it's like, I'm even like, Jeff, how did you find that here? Then you got Dr. Dre with the whole Chronic album and like the whole Donny Hathaway little Ghetto Boy sample. I'm like, bro, y'all. So it's like, y'all really do have to have an ear. Wait, I take that back. Excuse me, Warren G. That was Warren G who actually made that sample for the little Ghetto Boy. So I'm sorry, OG. That was Warren G, his brother. But anyway, it's just like y'all really have. I feel like you have to have a genuine love for music to hear samples like that. Because you got a lot of beat makers now that sample, but it's like, you could have did better. Case in point,
lyric around.
Nice for what? The worst Lauryn Hill sample use ever. Ain't have shit to do with what Drake was talking about.
That could have been.
You wasted a New Orleans bounce jam, bro. Like, if a sing rapper like either Travis Scott or like Migos got on that hoe, bro, it'd be a, like, don't get me wrong, Drake, so it blew up anyway.
Yeah.
But it's like, I'm just like, Nice for What could have been so much better, bro.
Could have been a totally different song, like.
Totally.
Well, it is what it is, I guess.
You know, you gotta let it be what it is.
But yeah, that was her debut album too.
And
another song I liked on there was "Socket to Me."
That whole was hard.
Yeah.
But the crazy part that people don't know about Missy, unless you just study music, Missy didn't even want to rap. Like, she was gonna get signed to the label as a producer, and they were like, "Nah, cut us out." And then she didn't even want to make it. I'm like, bro, like, it's crazy how God sets up situations, bro. Like, that happened to Missy. You know how Warren G, Snoop, and Nate Dogg got on? They were at Dr. Dre's producer's wedding party, and the DJ ran out of fucking music. What kind of God divine intervention? What DJ runs out of fucking music?
Exactly.
And then Warren G like, oh well, I got a tape we can play, and then they play the tape. Heads get bobbed, and then Dr. Dre, who that? That's your brother, actually. And I'm like, bruh, you wasn't listening to these niggas before, but it took a DJ running out of music, and then the rest is history, bro. Like,
that's crazy. Changed music forever.
Warren G went on to save Def Jam's label, bro. Death Row was wearing Def Jam out. They wasn't making no hits, and then you sign Warren G, and then your shit blows back up. So it's like, if it wasn't for Warren G, there'd be no Jay-Z.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the wild part about it, yo. I mean, Jay would have made it because Jay is Jay, but like the way it happened, though,
exactly.
Yeah, it's wild, man. It's wild.
Yeah, that's crazy. That just reminds me, like, pretty much make sure you are on your shit or just like where you need to be, because you never know. And then, like, if you don't, I don't want to say hit your mark, but if you're not trying to be in line with your purpose, that could affect everyone else.
Always.
Yeah.
And it's more so like, if you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready.
Yeah.
So it's like, Warren and them had tapes. They just never been signed.
Yeah.
Then, the fucked up, and it's another way how God works. You know, Warren G was never signed to Death Row. Nate Dogg wasn't signed either. It was only Snoop and Dre. So, but Dre was so tight with Nate that he couldn't do a song without Nate. He's your singer. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, these dudes didn't even get signed. Warren G didn't even go on the first tour, and he had all this stuff to do with the Chronic album.
Yeah.
And then he's just chilling at Death Row, and Def Jam comes because they was trying to get a song for the Above the Rim soundtrack.
Mm-hmm.
But Warren G pulls the exec aside and said, "Can I play a tape for you?" They go to his car, and the first song he played was with him and Mr. Grimm and Nate Dogg, called Endo Smoke. And as soon as he heard, he's like, "Yes, we're signing this guy." And I'm like, you weren't even supposed to be the one in the... I'm like, bro, the way... I'm like, you really can't pinpoint where your blessings come from. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, don't take it or count it odd that somebody might have been put into your life and it may not be working out at the moment, but they're there in the same run. So it's like, everything happens for a reason. It's like, I met Nate in like fucking, 2013, 2014 or some shit. We didn't start working together until like a month ago. And I knew this nigga. Like, so it's like, that's the wild part about it, you know. Yeah. Divine intervention is motherfucker. So get out your own way, bro. Because sometimes y'all be blocking your own blessings, bro.
I swear. I've been guilty of that too.
Oh, I have too. That's the only way I know it.
Yeah.
You know, just thankful that it came back around.
So we're gonna get into the last segment, and we're gonna have a little fun with it. We're gonna talk about movies.
Oh yeah, we can talk about this all day.
So there was a list of movies, and I chose 8 that were just like I can't not mention them. So in between July 12th and July 25th throughout the years, The Wood came out, Bad Boys 2, Do the Right Thing, Poetic Justice, Boys in the Hood, Mo Money. I already said The Wood, didn't I?
Nothing.
Nothing to Lose, and Girl Trip.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I feel like those are staples in
Let's see. Let's go
Black
back down
cinema.
that list. Staples and Black cinema. The Wood definitely is.
For sure.
Because that was number one.
It's my favorite movie.
Oh, girl. You think I look good? I think I look good. Let me show you something cool.
A mess.
Like-
A mess.
Like, man, that booty is nice. Okay, I'm sorry.
And the girl was so like low-key frail. She didn't have no
Oh,
butt.
girl. But at the same
Yeah.
time, okay, but see, this is the thing, though. Let's go back to Dallas in middle school days, bro. Like, it wasn't even, it was girls with big booties that we was about, but we was just on fine girls, period. Like,
Yeah.
my MO when I was trying to get a girl back in the day, if you ain't got a cute face, I can't talk to you, bro. Like, I ain't no nigga who can be like, yeah, bro, like, she
But she had
she got
body,
body,
boy.
nigga. She had body, boy. I'm telling you, nah, fuck all that. No.
Yeah.
Like, I gotta bring you home, nigga. No. Like, I'm
Yeah.
already thinking that shit. So it's like, I mean, it's wild, though. Because when I was in middle school, which is in like, what, 2001 to 2004?
Mhm.
Yeah. So we was on, like, but that was back when girls was wearing jeans that ain't had no back pockets, and only the big booty girls won. That's when, like, Hispanic
Yeah.
and white girls rocking Air Force Ones, and that shit was actually looking kind of cute. I was like, that white girl kind of swaggy, bro. Snow Bunny, okay. You know what I'm saying? And then, when in middle school, I moved from Oak Cliff to the north side, so I was in Carrollton.
Okay.
And it was different, because it was like, I got my homies over here, but I'm on the north side. I'm like, yo, white girl's actually kind of cute. Like, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I ain't gonna lie, I really forgot where we was going with that hoe. But it's okay.
Oh, I was just saying whenever he was like.
Oh, yeah, she was frail.
She-
Alicia really wasn't that good looking now that, I mean, she was fine back then. But now that I got older, I was like, well, there was other girls that were in this movie that were actually cuter.
Yeah.
But they just got overlooked. Man, that sucked. Then Christina Milian was in that whole,
I
like,
don't know if anyone like catches a glimpse of her. but
why don't you go dance with her then? Like,
Yeah.
I was like, what? Love don't cost a thing. Okay.
Yeah.
You know, that's wild, man.
Um,
What else? What was another movie we was talking about?
nothing to lose.
Nothing to Lose was great. It kind of like showed you in a roundabout way how African American and Caucasian lives were different.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I remember there was one part where the white dude got a chance to make right with, you know, all this
Yeah.
shit, and then Martin was like, you forget one thing, I get my life back too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm like, damn, bro, that's a bar right there. For
Honestly, like,
you know?
I felt it when he said that. I was just
Yeah.
like, damn, that's real. Like, my
No.
life go back to being shit, pretty much.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's like, man, it teaches you how to be grateful for what you have.
Mm-hmm.
You know, even though we may not have everything we want now.
Right.
You know.
So, I have a couple questions pertaining to the movies.
All right.
So, The Wood,
Mm-hmm.
out of your friends group, are you Mike, are you Roland, or are you Slim?
When I was younger, I was Mike.
Mm-hmm.
When they were grown, I'm definitely Slim.
Same.
I'm definitely Slim, bro.
Same.
Because I'm the dude in my friend group, I'll speak straight. I won't hold back. I don't give a fuck how you feel. Don't get me wrong. I take your feelings into account, but if I know you're just going to react off emotion, I'm still going to say it.
Yeah.
Like when Slim was like, how do I say this? You guys didn't fuck, did you?
Like, let's
you know what I'm saying?
get to it.
Yeah. So he's like,
Because
what
this is
kind of crazy
already
thing I have?
bad.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then she's like, what kind of crazy thing I have? Oh, I could have got you. Like,
Yeah.
that's me. You
Yeah.
know? So, yeah, I'm definitely Slim when I'm older. And me and Slim are actually kind of related because he actually went overseas to play ball. I played ball in college, so it's kind of like, yeah, I fuck with Slim.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah. Same for me. I was like, I mean, I'm still kind of reserved and quiet, but like around my friends, I'm definitely Slim now. Like, and I like felt him the whole time so mad because just like, what are we doing? Like, you don't want to ask her to marry you, and you doing all this, and now we just doing all this outlandish shit, running around, got to get it dry clean because.
Yep. I'm I say like I'm a mix of high school Mike and grown Mike because in my friend circle I'm slim, but in my circle of other friends and like networks and stuff, I really am like the mediator. I'll say how I feel, but if y'all got a thing y'all going back, I'm like, no, bro, sit down, get y'all shit out, let's do this shit, and after it's over, it's over. You know what I mean? Because I ain't got time for you to still be in your feelings after you done squashed the shit.
Oh yeah, no. After, I don't think I'm anything. Just as far as like mediating and peacemaking, it's exhausting. So I'm just like, well.
I feel like arguing is more exhausting though.
It is.
Because like you got two people trying to prove a point and not trying to hear the other side. I will debate with you.
Yeah.
If you can argue like in a friendly manner, like and actually hear my point and then say your side, we can agree to disagree at the end. I ain't gonna persuade you. Say you wrong as fuck at first, but and then we can meet at a common ground later.
Yeah, no, I feel that. I think I'm more so like I listen, but then if I know like you're not changing my mind, or if I know I'm not changing yours, we just gonna, like you said, leave it at that. But
I'd rather you tell
even
me
then,
I'm not gonna
probably not even gonna say that. I'll just be like, okay.
See, now with that, if we was talking, I'd rather you just say, "Oh, I'm not gonna change my mind." Okay, bet. Please stop. This is cool. Bet. Thank you for letting me know.
I actually just want you to expel all your energy and be like, "Oh, okay, that's crazy."
You the worst.
All right.
You the worst, bro.
So, poetic justice.
Mm-hmm.
So when Chicago started tripping, you leaving your homie on the side of the highway, or you taking him with you?
If that's right after he put his hands on a girl, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I would have whooped his ass, and then I wouldn't. If he my homie, I wouldn't have left that nigga. But I can't tell their relationship prior to the movie start, so I can't, say if he was just a regular nigga that he worked with, I'd left the nigga. Like, bro, you ain't gonna put no hands on this chick, and then I'm gonna let you ride back because
it's not a thing.
Exactly. Yeah. And Justin's gonna get mad at me. And I'm trying to get with her. So, like, no, you're gonna fuck up my chances.
I feel you. No, same.
Girls trip.
Oh, yeah, girls trip. I don't think I can relate to anybody on that besides the guy that Jada Pinkett was fucking with.
Well, in that case, did you and your friends have, like, a group name? Because, they were like the Flossy Posse. Did y'all have a group name, like, growing up?
My boys I did music with, we had a lot of names, bro. Like, we had them stand-up guys. We had The Law, and that was only because LAW was, like, our initials and shit. We had DSUG, basically stand-up guys just in acronyms. Like, we had a lot, bro. We had a lot. My posse, though, we was the ones that was, like, at every party making up, like, organized dances and shit. We was on some shit like that. We would have the whole room doing our shit. Like, we still do that to this day. Like,
it's funny.
That should be fun, bro. We just love dancing and having fun.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm trying to think. In high school, we had a group name. It was me and my best friend and this other girl. We called ourselves the Divas.
The Divas?
Super whack, yeah.
Yeah, y'all could have came harder.
What do you mean?
Yeah, y'all could have came
way harder. Yeah.
I would have been like, the Divas. Okay.
Yeah.
Like,
embarrassing.
Hey, look, it's stepping stones to get into the right name. It's all good.
Yeah.
Now, I got a question for you though.
Mm-hmm.
On Girls Trip, who do you relate to the most? You don't give me Tiffany Haddish vibes. You low-key give me Jada vibes because, like, you might be the mom, but turn up at the same time and then fuck with another nigga not putting your business out there. But it's like, I don't know. That's what I'm saying. Oh, that's not, I'm off?
No.
So I forgot who else was in that hub. What queen in that hub? Yeah.
The girl, Regina. Oh.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean.
Oh yeah, fucking with the bass player. You know what I'm saying? Ready for a relationship. We're going on a trip. I really don't even remember the movie like that.
I mean, her husband made her look like stupid.
That's it.
But like,
that's it.
I think in an aspect, saying like I relate to her as far as like business wise.
Oh hey, that's a good relationship.
First off, like, don't mess up this bag. If you're gonna be trifling, not saying I'm giving you permission to just be trifling, but if that's the case, like the whole thing with like Jada and Will, if you're gonna do something, no matter if it evolved into anything, why did y'all not have an NDA? So now everyone's dry mouth with the business.
That's cool, but Will and Jada low-key set themselves up for that, bro. Remember when I said the law of reflection?
Yeah.
We're talking about how good your marriage is and the problems y'all had. It was bound to come up somewhere because you put that shit in the universe.
Yeah.
So, like, when they were talking about, and don't get me wrong, like, Will and Jada have great marriage advice because they've been through a lot, as you can see.
Yeah.
So, it's like, you don't count it, you don't knock it, but you're just like, damn, bro, like, they really are human, just like us, bro. And I ain't gonna lie, I ain't never had a situation where my girl, actually, my ex did, but we was broken up, but still trying to work shit out. But so it's like I gotta charge that to the game. But it's like I know how that shit feel, bro, and that shit don't feel good. It really don't.
I feel that.
It really don't. And then it's like, matter of fact, she even came back and said she was wrong. I was like, damn. Then your compassionateness wants to reach out, but then you still pick. Oh yeah, bro, that shit hurt, bro.
Yeah.
That shit fucking hurts.
I feel that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think like I relate to her in that way because it's just like now all this shit is coming out and we about to get this little deal with this. What are you doing? What are you doing and why?
That's very true, bro.
But yeah, I think that's the only way I like kind of relate to her in that matter. Like as far as how she was handling that situation, I feel like I probably would handle it like that.
Yeah, bro. It's like, one, why you fucking up the bag, bro? And then it's like, I feel like that was only done out of spite, only because wasn't like he along for the ride with her on some shit, but he was trying to be like her manager, publicist, or something like that.
He like, I remember he like played football, but I don't think he was playing anymore. So
right.
it was like
was. So exactly. So it's like, I don't know if you've seen the Madam C.J. Walker thing on Netflix with Blair Underwood. Kind of like the same thing, and it's like you feel away because your woman is winning, and you're not on that same high anymore.
So I wanted to have a discussion, like a quick discussion about Kanye and his rant, and I just have an issue with not with him, but with well, of course, like what he said was kind of like outlandish. But my thing is, the reason why I bring this up is because tying it back into the Bill Cosby thing and separating the art from personal life. I feel like, I don't know what it is about him, but people just hate to extend grace to him. And we know this man has mental health issues. Like, that's not, we're not denying that. So I feel like people trivialize his mental health issues and like, oh, he's off his meds, he's crazy, da-da-da. But y'all are the same ones that's like, oh, go to therapy, normalize therapy in the black community, da-da-da. Like, that's a part of mental health too. So like, what energy are y'all gonna have regarding him and pretty much regarding Kanye? Like,
yeah,
I feel like people don't extend that same grace to him.
I mean, I don't think it's a matter of extending grace because you can't really extend grace until you understand somebody's situation. Somebody had like a quote-unquote conspiracy on Twitter where they were like, don't you like kind of recognize it's kind of coincidental that every time Kanye is off his meds or goes on a rant is right before an album comes out?
Yeah.
So his theory was not that he's acting out for publicity, but he might have been off the meds to not create any hindrances while making his music.
Yeah.
And I'm like, damn, that's low-key a fair judgment and point. Now, him doing all this stuff in the middle of all that, I wouldn't go with that.
Yeah.
Now, when he said Harriet Tubman never freed slaves, he just had them go work for white people. He is wrong that she didn't free, but he is right that they went to work for white people. But here's why. When the slaves were freed, there were no black-owned businesses. So you were a free man working for a white person, but you were still free.
Yeah.
So I understand where he was going. It's kind of like the same thing when he said slavery sounded like a choice. Now, here's the thing. People will say that all the time. It's not a choice. I said, if you say slavery is not a choice, you are discrediting Nat Turner. You are discrediting Harriet Tubman.
Yeah.
You are discrediting Crispus Attucks and everybody who fought for freedom for the slaves.
Exactly.
Because if slavery wasn't a choice, they wouldn't have done that.
Yeah.
So, now, don't get me wrong. You were threatened with rape, separation from your kids, death, castration, hanging. We were treated like cattle, 3/5 of a person. Sure. So that will make a person be like, let me stay put. Because our first instinct as a human is life preservation. You want to stay here as long as possible. So they're trying to get along and go along. Conditions were dire, but you still accepted it in your mental to be like, this is my life now.
Yeah.
Because if you say slavery wasn't a choice, then what did the runaways do? Because they're over here like, oh, you shouldn't run. Master's going to get you. Fuck that, nigga. I'm going to freedom, dog. I can't do this.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So they made a choice.
Yeah.
So the people who stayed, did they not make a choice as well?
I think that's technically what that is.
Exactly. So it's like, I understand where people are like, yo, you shouldn't say that. It's like, no, bro. Read.
Yeah.
That's all you have to do. Read, bro. Reading is knowledge is essential. I didn't say knowledge is power. Application of knowledge is power. But read so you will know. Don't just go off what the news. You can't even believe the news no more. They're padding the death tolls on the corona pandemic and all that. So it's
my
like
family and I have a discussion about this every day.
And you already know that news was meant to get information near to far, but it's also the underlying reason for being created is to control the minds of the masses.
Exactly.
It's like if you look at all the stations, every time they talk about a black person, it's always negative. Every time they talk about a white person, they're always innocent. So it's like, yo, do you not see the agenda, bro? It's like you want a white person who's never seen black people to already have a view, so that when they do encounter black people, let me put my purse up. Let me do this. So it's like, study for yourself. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I don't like when people just, you ain't for the race, bro. I'm like, bro, are you for the race if you don't know about your own self and where you come from?
And I mean, like you said, reading is fundamental, and the stuff that he says does have truth to it. You may not
it's just
like
the way he says it. Exactly.
But take the message for what it is and go. And if you don't want to take the message for what it is, then I don't know what to tell you.
So So just to clarify, Kanye was wrong to say Harriet didn't free slaves. She freed thousands of them. But he was right when he said they went to work for white people. But it's only because black folks didn't have their own businesses yet. So don't think that he's saying it like to get you a job.
Who she like? She opened the door for them.
Yeah, she's like the gate.
She helped them make the choice.
She's like, yo, you want to get free? Come with me. Let's go. Now you're free. You're on your own. Because I still got to go get more. You know what I'm saying? So when somebody's out there, what do you know? Work. So what do? Go look for work. So it's like, bro, don't take just what he said, bro. Listen to what is being said. Actually ingest it, bro. Don't just take it and listen to respond. Listen, ingest it, think about it, then respond. You know what I'm saying? Like, we would get along a lot better if that shit would happen, bro.
Yeah, I completely agree with that.
It's wild, bro.
Well, that was it for today.
Oh man, I had fun. So
Same.
You know, and hopefully we didn't get told. You know.
Man, I'm saying. So where can they find your music at?
Oh, you can find my music on all streaming platforms. All you have to do is search TonyJr. That is TonyJr, all one word. Follow the Lifted Canvas business. We have our first lighter out. We call it the Doodle. I wish I had a mock prototype for y'all. We just got them in, but hit Lifted Canvas, LIFTED Canvas, CANVAZ, and we're all right there, you know. And and follow me on Instagram, bro. TonyJr Music. Y'all already know how to spell it because I just told you. So underscore and spell music correctly. You found me.
Alright. Well, thank you for coming on.
Thank you for having me. It was a blast.
No problem. Thank you.
for sure.
All right, y'all, that was it for this episode. To get daily content, follow us on all of our social media platforms, and I cannot wait to see you guys for the next episode.